Hey, I'm here at the Königsplatz in front of the Glyptothek. If you turn around, here's the Königsplatz, the King Square. A place that you should absolutely visit when you're here in Munich. There are a lot of visitors here in Munich that skip this place, but yeah, it's really worth a thing. And but this video is not about the Königsplatz, the King Square. It's about 5 hidden gems in the city center that most tourists in Munich will skip and don't know about that. And if you're ever in Munich, don't skip those places because they are quite interesting. Here you go. The first 4 hidden gems are very close to the Hofbräuhaus. On Pfisterstraße there is a building that looks very inconspicuous from the outside. The Old Mint. However, the building was not actually used as a Royal Bavarian Mint until 1809. It was built in 1567 as a royal stable and a cabinet of curiosities. It was a precursor to today's museums, even though it was not open to the general public. Today the building houses the Bavarian State Office for the Preservation of Historical Monuments. If you're here on a weekday, you should definitely take a look at the inner courtyard. On weekends you're out of luck, the office is closed and therefore access to the courtyard is also closed. The inner courtyard is one of the most beautiful Renaissance courtyards in Germany. Largely spared from the war, the 3 rows of arcades offer a wonderful glimpse into German Renaissance art. The tournament once took place here is, however, a legend. But on July 31st, 1888, 3 elephants broke through the gate to the Mint. This was triggered by the so-called Munich elephant catastrophe. That day, during a parade honoring King Ludwig I's 100th birthday, elephants were so frightened by a steam locomotive that it led to a stampede. 4 people died and another 42 were seriously injured in this elephant catastrophe. The Wolfsbrunnen fountain is just a stone's throw away. At the top of the pedestal is a cute depiction of Little Red Riding Hood with the big bad wolf. That's why the fountain is often called the Little Red Riding Hood fountain. At the base 4 wolf heads spout water. In fact, however, the wolf fountain is named after the merchant couple Adolf and Apollonia Wolf, who donated it in 1904. Well, with that pun, the theme of the fountain is obvious. And the best thing is that on hot days you can fill up your water bottles with cool, refreshing drinking water here, which you can then take home to your grandmother, of course. A few steps further, where Maximilliansstraße crosses the inner ring road, is the Maximilliansforum. I've already mentioned it in another video, but it doesn't hurt to point it out again. The Maximilliansforum is an underpass beneath the streets there. In the late 1960s there were plans to make the city more car-friendly. Fortunately, these plans were abandoned. But this underpass, which no longer serves any purpose, remains as a remnant of those plans. In 1973, the space was opened up for art. Joseph Beuys, for example, exhibited here. To this day, the Maximilliansforum is used for art. Temporary exhibitions and art projects take place here. Occasionally, events such as theater, dance, concerts or panel discussions are also held here. The only thing that is permanent here are the flower beds in the old escalators. Not far from here, at the rear of the Munich Residence Palace, next to the Allerheiligen Hofkirche, court church of All Saints, is the Kabinettsgarten. It was designed in the 1990s by landscape architect Peter Kluska. Even today, most Munich residents are unaware of its existence. But it offers a heaven of peace from the bustling city outside. Nestled between century-old walls, the modern garden forms a striking contrast. Anyone longing for some peace and quiet after a busy day in Munich city center will find an oasis of calm here. The last hidden gem is on Karlsplatz, and there isn't a single tour where I'm on Karlsplatz that I'm not asked what this building is. It's the neo-Baroque Palace of Justice, which still functions as a courthouse today. It was built between 1891 and 1897. and although it's impressive from the outside, it is the atrium inside that takes your breath away. Unfortunately, I can't show you any footage from inside. The court didn't grant me permission to film, so I just have to resort to publicly available images. After all, I don't want to get into trouble with the law. But you can still see the court with your own eyes because it's open to the public. Since it's still an active court, there's security like at an airport. Don't let that put you off though. Besides the beauty of the building, there's also a permanent exhibition about the White Rose. In February 1943, the show trial against the resistance group took place here, at which Willy Graf, Alexander Schmorell, Kurt Huber, Christoph Probst, Hans and Sophie Scholl were sentenced to death. I hope you enjoyed these small beautiful gems. If you would like me to show you some large or small diamonds in Munich, please let me know. Here's my website and email address. See you on the next video. Philip.